There was a time when connecting with customers searching for your business was easy. Simply pick a category and promote your listing in the phone book and sit back and wait for people to pick up the phone. Search engines and the internet changed all of that. Now, if you wanted to be found, you needed a web page on the first page of Google, and to get there you had to hire a team of techies to game the system and push your listing to the top of that first page. If you didn't, you'd never be found, because let's face it, the Yellow Pages is dead. How dead? Well, let's just say I know of a personal injury attorney who spent $17,000 a year on his listing in the phone book. And what did he get for that? 6 people called him. Well, the game has changed again. Oh, sure, the first page of Google is still where you want to be, but the way to get there is completely different. Search has gone social. Not only has social media changed the way people communicate, but as you can see from this chart, the top drivers of search rankings are now social. The tricks of traditional SEO, or search engine optimization, are losing their power with every Google algorithm update. See, Google believes in providing quality content to its users, and nothing represents a quality brand more than a brand that people like. As a result, they're connecting search with the power of social media. Google has converted its Yellow Page style listings to Google Plus Local. What does this mean? It means that Google business listings are now part of the Google Plus social network, and here's what that means to search. Google will still give top billing to its paid advertisers. They are running a business after all. But to protect that business, they have to focus on quality results. When the Google engine recognizes a local search for a business by category, Google Plus Local results will come to the top. These results are more likely to reflect what people want to buy than results driven by traditional SEO tricks. This is great news for business. Brands with higher customer support and loyalty will see a direct benefit from online interaction with raving fans. There are over 100 factors that Google looks for, and we'll address all of them. This takes an extensive setup process and ongoing maintenance and content creation to build and maintain your rank. It takes time and expertise that would take you or your staff away from running your business. The good news is we can do it for you. Our efforts provide a real, measurable marketing value. How do we know? Because the market price for clicks is already set by Google AdWords. Remember, businesses are happy to pay for placement on the front page of Google. A lawyer in Philadelphia would pay $34,000 for the same number of clicks you can get with a high Google Plus local search ranking. A plumber in Atlanta would pay $19,800 for the same number of clicks. A chiropractor in Denver would pay $6,600. We're able to offer you this through a strategic partnership with Maximize Social Media. Who is Maximize Social Media? Maximize Social Media is the brand leader when it comes to social media agency, social media marketing, and social media consulting. If you go to Google and you look them up, they're going to be at the very top of the organic search results. Now, we went to Google and we looked up the top 6 keyword terms that are being used to find someone who does real estate in the San Diego area. And when we look for one of these terms, like homes in San Diego, what we see is a number of your competitors here, but not you. So we can be clear about what we're talking about. Here again are those 6 terms I just showed you. And here are the estimated traffic results. This is how many people on average search for these terms in particular every single month just on Google alone. And assuming you could capture even 5% of those people, that's to say for every 20 people who type this in every month, if one of them clicks on your link, this is the estimated amount of traffic your Google Plus local page would get, or your website. And again, Google sets the total cost or the estimated cost using AdWords cost per click bidding. This is the free market setting its own value. And what you may notice here is that the overall cost per click is actually fairly low. And part of that is because there's such a high volume of traffic that nobody could serve it all or handle it all or afford it all if the total cost per click was any more expensive than it is. But assuming you were to run a competent cost per click campaign on one of these terms, let's just take the first, real estate in San Diego, and assuming it gets about 90,000 people searching it every month, and assuming you got 5% of those people, you get over 4,500 total clicks. Those are potential customers visiting your site every single month from that one keyword. Now, this would cost you about $9,400 every single month. If you were to couple that with another keyword like San Diego real estate, you'd be getting another 4,500 visitors and be spending another $10,000 a month, about $19,000 every single month just to run a successful keyword campaign on those two terms. And it would be worth it because these are people who are actively searching for someone who does what you do. They're not just looky-loos, they're people who want a real estate agent. If you were to run a pay-per-click campaign for the top 4 terms here, you'd be spending over $49,000 per month for that campaign. And if you were to go for all 6 of these terms, you'd be looking at spending almost $55,000 every single month. But that would bring in, if you again only get 1 in 20, over 28,000 potential leads every single month. That's $659,000 per year. It's over $500,000 per year. What we're offering for you is the ability to get all of that at a fraction of the cost. We have 3 packages: our silver, our gold, and our platinum packages. And what they do is they optimize your Google Plus local listing to show up at the top for 2, 4, or all 6 of these keywords. So just to put that in perspective, if you use our platinum package, the flat fee is $897 a month. And that's going to save you on average about $54,000 per year, regardless of how many people click on that. And here's where that becomes really cool. At 5% click-through rate, you're looking at saving about $54,000 a month. But again, 5% click-through rate is actually fairly low if you're going to show up in the organic results. Now, if you show up on the ads on the side, 5% is actually fairly good because most people block out the ads. They're looking for the organic search material. But if you show up at the top of the organic search material, especially if you've got some good reviews, and we can help you do that as well, then you could be looking at a click-through rate or a capture percentage closer to 20 or 30%. But let's just look at what 10%. So all we've done is doubled the capture percentage to 10%. Now you're looking at getting over 56,000 estimated potential customers visiting your site who want someone who does what you do every single month. If you were to run a successful pay-per-click campaign on Google, you would be spending over $109,000 every single month. That's over $1.3 million a year. And with us, it's the same flat $897 for those 6 keywords. That's what we're talking about. But there's a catch. Well, there's always a catch, right? Well, the catch is simply this. I can't work with every real estate company or agent in the San Diego area, if for no other reason than there's only so much room on page 1 of Google, and I don't want to compete against myself. And you happen to be one of the first people I'm sharing this with in the San Diego area, but I promise you, if you don't act on this, you won't be the last. And one of your competitors will act on this and take advantage of this and get $1.3 million in absolutely laser-targeted advertising in front of people who are actively looking to buy every single year. So is it going to be you or is it going to be them? In order to be fair, I have to operate on a first-come, first-served basis. I'm sure you see the value of having your listing on page 1 of Google, and I invite you to give me a call or drop me an email or fill out the form to the right, and let's set up a time to sit down and talk and go over the numbers in detail. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Get found, get customers. HundredsOfCustomers.com. This is Justin West, the CEO of HundredsOfCustomers.com. Have a great day.